I love India. I just felt connected immediately with the culture.
I want to understand the women's psychology.
How our economy is chaotic, you really need an accountant. So, and in 2 years, we had like 1000% inflation, which is crazy. So many Guru stories. Gurudevs wanted a book of all the Ashram biodiversities. Like a good bag has to be functional, it has to be comfortable. Well, the fashion of the moment is important because whatever you do has to be desirable for people to buy. And I've seen here in India the youngsters trying to go abroad or see as a model the Western, which when you have so much richness here, because the main thing to be happy is this. Pizza is from Italy, but that doesn't mean that only Italians can eat pizza. So yoga is from India, that does only Indians will do yoga. Yoga, everyone can do.
Hold on. Please subscribe to this channel. It's free for you and it helps us in many ways. We'll keep striving to bring more value through these conversations. Cheers. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Rocklaz Radio. Today we are going to Argentina, and joining us is Pamela. And let's hear. I'm so excited to have you. Pamela, could you please introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, definitely. My name is Pamela. I'm from Argentina. I live here in India since 7 years. I'm a fashion designer by profession and a graphic designer. But since many years, I've been dedicating my life full time to art of living and teaching yoga, meditation, and last years I've been mostly dedicated with the yoga school here in Ashram. Yes. What else?
How did you get to know about art of living?
It was my mom. It was my mother. She did first. It was in my town in Argentina, in the other half of the world, in a very, very small town. Like my mother did first. Like one teacher came and he took his first course and he announced in a newspaper. And then somehow my mom needed some stress relief and she did it. After some time, I was stuck in life also with my career. I just finished my career, but I didn't know how to start.
Finished your career?
My career of fashion designer, but I was not sure how to start and I was a little stuck in many aspects. And little like depressed, which was not my nature. Normally I was more joyful and dynamic. So my mom pushed me, you do this, it will help you. And when we came to know about that course, actually she was on vacations, and then I went to some doctor, and she started to speak about the course. She was on vacation, so she forgot to give me the dates and address and website. And that person told me, you know what, a course is starting tomorrow, and you should do it. It's beautiful. Oh, this is the course my mother was talking about. So next day was starting, I registered, and it was one-way trip. Yeah.
So you did your first course in Argentina?
In my town, yes, in Argentina.
And then from doing your first course to coming to India, how long did it take?
Okay, I did my first course in 2010, and I came to India in 2014, beginning of February 2014. So after that, after 1 year, I became an art of living teacher. It was very fast for me. And then I became a full-time teacher and I went to Mexico and I was teaching in Mexico. But my dream was always, I want to go to India, and something was postponing. So once I heard like all Latinos were coming for Shivaratri here in India, I said, this is my time, I will not postpone. And then I came for Shivaratri. And I met for Gurudev. I met once in Argentina, and second time I met Gurudev was here in Ashram. Yeah.
Why did you choose fashion and graphic?
Why did I choose that? Because as child, when I was a kid, naturally, I like drawing and designing, and all the time I will be drawing dresses and my father is an architect, and he also have a lot of skills in painting and drawing, and then my brother too. So when I was a kid, I used to see my brother doing so much drawings and painting. He's like a professional video game developer and designer and all. And then I grew up seeing that, and I also pick up and develop that skill. So I wanted that. Could be many things, but then I choose that.
So art and creativity runs in your family.
Yes. From father's side, yes. Yes.
Many people who want to do fashion and art usually think of cities like Paris or New York to go to, or London. Did you
Yeah.
ever dream about that?
Yes. When I was studying, my dream was to go to Italy, to Florence, to Milan. And also I have my ancestors are from Italy. In Argentina, we are many descendants of Italians. But then it's changed. I didn't find like I want to contribute. I don't know how to contribute from this. And I felt very connected with teaching meditation and yoga. And then I learned more about graphic design. So when I came to Ashram, I was contributing a lot from graphic design, all the posters and boards and banners. Yeah.
Would you compare culture of Latin America and India?
Well, first, Latin America, there are many countries that there are differences in the culture. But of course, if we compare with India, if I say first, I will compare with Argentina. So, what I would say. First, the dress code. In Latin America, people dress differently, more open. Here in India, I think now it's changed a little bit, but there is some traditional dress. I think I like the way that India keeps their traditions, the spirituality, the dress code, and the values, human values, family values. I will say in Argentina and India, we have these things of friendship and family, that things in common we have. Of course, I will say Western and Argentina, there is little more open-minded in some aspects. As I said,
Example?
I will not say open-minded as something is good or bad. But for example, here you are young and immediately you have to get married and have your family. There you can have your boyfriend for years and then you can not even get married. There are people who have kids and live together when they never got married. I don't know if I should be saying this. Okay, that is one aspect. Then what else? Something is very different is like here people live in the same house when they get married and everything. There you married and then you have to, or you finish your school or your career and then you have to find your own apartment and have your own place. It's like we don't live all in the same house. That is something different.
So you have to move out immediately after you're 18.
Like if you want, at least in Argentina, maybe as I know in US or Europe, people don't keep living with their parents. In Argentina, it's okay. If you want, you can live with your parents. But it's not, there is a point that you will have to go. Like find your place, and it's because not because your parents are kicking out. If they want, they will help you if you really need. It's because we are used to have your own space. You're grown up, you will have your own house, your own family, like this. It is how it is culturally. Yes. And yeah, food is different also. You ask.
Food is different. What kind of food is Argentine?
Well, in Argentina, compared to India, is a lot of non-veg food. Argentina, as you know, is very known for meat, for very good quality meat across the world. And something like I'm vegetarian, so sometimes it's very tough for me when I go back to Argentina or for vegetarians to get good options regarding that. Or sadly, I mean, it's a huge country. We have all kind of agriculture. You could find all kind of fruits, vegetables and everything, but we are very famous for our meat. So that is one thing. And what I like of India is how much variety and how much every state has so much different food. This is amazing because they're like almost the whole country is the same. We all know, like we all eat all the same food. But here I see every state has a different food, different dish, like so different from South India to North India. That is amazing. I enjoy only what I say for an international, it's very spicy.
It's spicy.
Yeah.
Your ancestors are from Italy.
Yeah, I have ancestors from, yeah.
So Do they continue to make pizzas and Italian dishes, or has it morphed into a specific Argentine dish?
See, the thing is, the whole culture was before the Italians, all the immigrants and Spanish people, there were tribes there. Indigenas, we call. And indigenas,
What
or
does that mean?
Indios, like it's like the tribe people, the local people. Before we get conquered by Spain, and later we got independence, then many ships from Italy and different parts of Europe apart from Italy, but I will say 60% of population of our country is descendant of Italians, came after the First War and Second War. And they were coming to work in the land because we had so much land, so much richness, very, very fertile, but no one to work the lands. And these people were prepared, having the knowledge, but in their country they were in crisis after the war. So they were coming and they were getting a piece of land.
Who was in crisis?
Italy in Europe, because they were having war. First war, world, and the Second World War. So they all came. That was my grandfather. So they all came and they were working in the land. And
so most of them came after World War.
Yes, Italians, immigrants. And what happened? All what was local, it got mixed with the Italians. So if you ask me what is Argentinian food, it's very mixed with Italian food. Pasta is very normal, part of our food, which is normal in Italy. Even Argentinians, we have a Spanish accent with little bit of Italian sound, And many words of our non-official Spanish are Italian. So, we don't know why we say something in that way, and then we know it comes from Italy.
Example?
For example, work in Spanish means trabajar, and in the non-official language we say laburar, and Italy it means laboro. So
labor.
Labor. And like this, we have so many words we don't know. So our culture is all mix of immigrants. And in Latin America, there were a lot of tribes. And after all the Spain people came, many tribes were killed because they wanted to convert if they were not converted into Christianism, and because they wanted the lands and everything. So this happened first in Central America, Mexico, and then it went down. In Argentina, we were not having so much populated. There was not such a big civilization of tribes, small here and there. But still there is a mix of that spices, that food. Even you can see in the faces in the north of Argentina or in the south, those communities are still there or they got mixed. So you can see in the features. Maybe in the center of Argentina and all this province of the center, you will see the mix with the European in the features of people. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have studied arts and graphics and fashion.
Yes.
If you had to verbally compare the art of the tribal people, the designs and patterns in the tribal people to the ones that came with European, how would you compare?
Well, I have not put much attention in the tribe art, but
is there a particular design that you think is Argentine that is not available anywhere in Latin America, but it's specifically when you look at it, okay, yeah, this is Argentine?
Yes, there is but again, it's a mix of things, because what was tribe and then with the immigrant, it became a blend of these two. Then if I see that, I can identify. And that comes with the people who used to work in the, I don't know how to say in English, work in the lands. Like they all the
farmers things, or miners?
Farmers, which were many Italians, also like tribes that then also start to work in farms, and all these things blend. And for example, we have something particular that we drink in Argentina, which is mate. It's a tea. You never see? Okay.
What is it made of?
It is. It's very interesting.
Mate.
It's a leaf which is desiccated and triturated, and we put in a dry pumpkin. And that you have like a straw, which
dry pumpkin.
Yeah, dry pumpkin. This is how it's traditionally. Maybe you have seen Messi. He's drinking all the time that mate. Okay, you have to search on Google because now everyone is drinking mate these days. It looks weird because you have that triturated leaves inside. You have the dry pumpkin, and then you have the straw with a filter, and then you keep putting hot water and you drink. It tastes like a green tea, but it's the taste of these leaves, which are mate. The name is mate. And we drink this in Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, Brazil, and it came from the tribes, and then it got to the people working in the farmers, and from the farmers to the city, and this started so much back, and today everyone keep drinking mate. I drink mate. I have my mate here in India.
So you need a pumpkin for that and tea leaves.
Yeah, but now of course has evolved. You can find the dry pumpkin, and then you have all kind of material. You have like metal, plastic. You have good, like so. We keep drinking the leaves, but the dry pumpkin is not so common to find.
What about the cocoa leaves?
Cocoa leaves?
Do you?
You mean the cacao?
Yeah, cacao.
Yeah, that is more for because I've been in Mexico and Central America, and this is where originally these cocoa trees grows. Yeah, and they do nice chocolates. Yeah. What?
So I thought the tea leaf was the leaf you talked about was
Cocoa.
a tea leaf or a
Yeah.
cocoa leaf in mate.
Tea leaves.
Tea
Yeah.
leaf. Okay.
Recently, I came to know that the tribes used to drink that, and they were nomades, and that keeps them awake for hunting and everything. So then later on, they were moving, and these trees were not found everywhere. So they started to desiccate it and triturate it and keep in bags, and then become like a currency of exchange with other tribes. And later on, okay, they start to drink in the pot, and this is how it started everything. And mate, it comes from mati, which means pumpkin. So this is the reason of the name.
You love football? Do you love football?
I love football. Yes, this is the correct topic. Yeah, of course, as an Argentinian, we all grew up watching. I mean, I'm not fan of one specific one I follow every day, but since Argentina is so strong in football, we all grew up seeing the World Cups or the Argentinian. It's very important for us. Yes.
Who's your favorite player?
What's that question? Of course, Messi. Yeah.
And who's going to be after him? He's playing since such a long time. I think he's near his retirement.
Yeah, we don't know. There is some. I mean, he was really special. There will be a lot of football players who have a lot of skills, which people are put in the eye when they are so young, thinking this is the next one giving us so much happiness. But you never know. I mean, Argentinians, we had lucky. We had Maradona, that was one of the best of the world, and then Messi came. And of course, Brazil and Europe has many football players, but because they are from Argentina, we love them.
Do you just watch or even play?
No, play when I was small kid in the school with the boys, because in the break of the school, they used to play football, and we used to play, or like in campings, like camps, summer camps like this, but not regularly going for football. I play other sports, not that one. Yes.
The kids here in Art of Living School are also very good at football.
I know. We went to play one with them, all the internationals.
Oh, wow.
Yes, yes.
How was it?
It was really nice, but we are out of shape. Like we run little bit and we are done. They were so athletic and prepared, and yes. But it was fun. Definitely. Yes.
You have spent a lot of time in Mexico also. Tell us about Mexico.
Yeah, in Mexico and in Panama also I spent time. And when I was in, okay, we'll go to Mexico. So,
Yeah, go ahead. Complete that thought.
no, when I left Ashram in 2019 for full-time teacher, so I was first in Panama. And because of pandemic, we start to work online. And we start a project of yoga school. So I was working with most of Latin American countries online, which was amazing because we all know a little bit each other, but this was connecting us so much. So I knew most of the teachers, volunteers, and participants, people who are studying yoga for so many countries. And I don't know, you start to identify, oh, this person is from Cuba, just by listening for the accent. Oh, this person is from Guatemala, this is from Chile, this is from Peru. And it's amazing how we all can be one. Yeah. So Mexico. I love Mexico. Mexico, I feel like if one day I leave from India, I would like to be in Mexico because the culture also is very rich. They have so much food variety. There is a lot of, like, they have spicy food also, and so much colors, and they have all these Mayas and Aztecas, all this old civilization legacy, and yeah, it's very rich culture, and I find a lot of similarities with India, I would say.
India and Mexico.
Yeah, first there is a lot of devotion. Of course, there's different beliefs. They are very Christians, but it's with a lot of intensity. They have their own temples in the house, like Indians has in their own houses, and it's full of colors, smells, action, movement. Sometimes little cows in the city, street food. So that things are quite similar. I would say I like more the vibe of India. India has a special vibe. But yes, Mexico is amazing. And because, there is some connection between Mayan civilization and Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka also.
Gurudev has spoke about that in satsangs many times. He said, like in the times of Ravana, the sister of Ravana married with one head of the Mayan civilization. They were traveling by trips. Maybe this was not known. They like there was already connection between the continents, and that's why when you go to Mexico, the teachings and beliefs of this Mayan civilizations, there are a lot of similarities with India, and also I feel there is a lot of, as I said, there is a lot of similarities in the culture, the devotion, the colors, the chaos. Like there is a connection. The spicy, yeah. It's the only place of Latin America you can eat so spicy, like in India. Yeah.
As a person from Argentina who's been living for so many years in India, what do you love about India?
I love India. And I don't know why. I just felt connected immediately with the culture from the beginning. Could be some past, I don't know, past connections but I feel a lot of, I love the intensity of spirituality. I love temples. I love temples. I'm a temple freak. And I like what I would say, all this ancient knowledge that is helping so much people across the world. It's helping so much people everywhere, and all this come from here, all this wisdom. And I've seen Guruji traveling everywhere, reviving the knowledge, making available for everyone, and how delivered in a simple way is changing the life of so many people. And I've seen here in India the youngsters like trying to go abroad or see as a model the Western, which when you have so much richness here, because the main thing to be happy is this. What you will do, travel, work, make so much money, and success. But the real success comes when you are centered, when you are establishing the self, when you have a smile, when you can give happiness to others, and all this, somehow all the core of all this knowledge, it comes from all the rishis and the rishis here. And I think all Indians should look to that and spread that abroad also. And I feel attracted to India to that, and somehow I feel at home. I don't know how or why, but even though it's so much different to my culture, I enjoy a lot. Sometimes I feel myself like in a movie when I'm in India, because it's so exotic for us, so different. When I was in my home and I started the art of living, my dream was come to India. And I was thinking one day I will go. And I used to imagine like very far land away, and there's maybe some images I've seen of Varanasi with the sages. I have all these ideas in my head. Um, so being in the ashram is like, it's like heaven on earth. It's very beautiful. We are like sometimes in a bubble. When we go out, it's little chaotic and everything, but still I enjoy. I love how it is. Yes,
So, what is so extremely different?
everything. I don't know how to explain. You have to go to Argentina. I mean, I will say we have values in common. If I have to say with Latin America, we are like give a lot of value to friendship, to family, to support each other. There are some other Western cultures that are not in that way. Like family is important, and sharing and caring each other's. Even you don't know someone, you will help. There is some belongingness in the culture. I see that in India also. But it's very different. We are very low population. We are 40 millions, almost in the same territory. Argentina that time was very successful. There is a lot of education. Education is free in the universities. I don't know. I will say we are very less people, and it makes everything different. How is the dynamic in the country? There is no so clutter, and I don't know, food, people. I was coming and I saw some people red with blue, with these blue things in their head. For you it's normal. For me it's like, wow.
Blue turbans.
Yeah, blue turbans. There is some religious people. And when we come here, it's like, wow. See, these things for us is very weird. But I enjoy so much.
Because everything over there is so black and white. They use less colors there.
Yes. That's a good point. In the dress code, it's very different. Like shirt and trousers, women's same.
Same
Jeans.
color, one color.
No, one color no, but we use more, no so high much colors. No, we don't use hats. No much jewelry. Simple. Less is more. Like simple. I like how it's here with all the colors. So much golden everywhere. Gold color everywhere, no? And very bright colors. I like things are very decorated. It looks good, but we are more minimalist.
Minimalist.
Yeah.
You said family and culture and tradition and people come together. Are there any other festivals apart from Christmas where people get together and celebrate?
Well, in Argentina, we don't have so many festivals as you have here. I remember in Mexico, I'm not from there, but I remember they used to have a lot of dates of celebration or festivals. But what we have Easter, all these Christian things. And we have Christmas, New Year, Easter. And then we have some patriotic days, important dates, independence, all these things. But we don't have, no.
Not whatever festival or community events you have, they are related to religion, Christianity.
Religion
Apart
or
from-
like patriotic day from the, yeah. Like
Or
this.
probably football gets people together.
Football, yeah, definitely. When it was the World Cup, like whatever you are, like you in the school, we used to come out of the classroom and we all used to gather to watch the Argentinian match in the school since we are kids. And because everyone wants to see, even the teachers, who will miss that? That is very important.
We have these tango nights.
Yeah.
where-
Oh, yes, that's a
Tango.
good thing. Argentina is typical. You did your homework. Argentina, the tango originally is not from Argentina, as everyone think, but it was have a lot of power there. There was a very famous singer, Gardel, and he was world famous. And at that time is when tango became very popular there. And it's not like we all dance tango, but in the city, for example, all the international foreigners goes and wants to learn tango. There are some specific parts of the city was very classical in Buenos Aires, in the capital. All this environment, like the colorful buildings, the people dancing tango. So you already did an interview to another Argentinian, right?
Yeah.
Who is him? You said Santi.
Alex.
Alex.
Alex Oxenford.
I don't know.
He's
an Art of Living.
No.
Ah.
He's into art though. He's an art collector.
Okay. Yeah.
He's a Harvard graduate.
Oh wow.
He runs the Latin American MoMA, Museum of Modern Arts.
Really?
Yeah. He's the founder of OLX. Do you think Argentina is different from other countries in Latin America?
Yes. It's
in
very
what
different.
ways?
Everyone knows, every Latino knows that Argentina is different because we are we are much more in the south compared to the rest. So when weather conditions are different, also culture, behavior is different. Second, as I said, we have a lot of immigration from Europe.
Still?
No, when we have these Italian people, and then there was after Second World War, we have a lot of like some communities from Germany, this that.
Nazis from Germany.
Yeah, we're running away. There are few cities which are set up by the Germans in Argentina. You can see the structure, the architecture, and everything. And there was a time that Argentina was very rich, and right now we have been for many years in crisis. But all the architecture, there was a lot of money in Argentina, and these people used to like to show off and go to France and spend so much money and bring all the architecture from France. So Buenos Aires, it's when you go, you are surprised because so much French style is there. And you go some other cultures, you will find more colonial style, more like Spanish from the when they came and conquered all the countries, and they were constructed their own style.
From the 1800s.
Colonial style. But we have little colonial in some parts of Argentina, but also in Buenos Aires, in the capital, there is a lot of French style. Yeah. And as I said, we are a huge country with less population. That makes a lot of difference. And yeah.
When
our accent is very different compared to the rest. Mm-hmm. We have some ways of speaking different. Yes.
You said tango is not from Argentina. Where does it come from?
It says, I'm not sure, I'm not the expert, please don't. It is said that...
Put it in the comments.
Yeah. It is said that origins are from France, but I'm not 100% sure about this. But everyone knows, like, tango is from Argentina. And yes, it was developed and it became famous from there.
Did you grow up dancing tango with...
No, I that was much more before, when tango was like, maybe my grandparents were in the tango time and put the radio and a tango song will come. But we all learn in the school basic steps. And also we learn folklore, Argentinian, like from farmers' song. You know, folklore, all this music they used to dance.
Do you know any song?
We call the gauchos. The gauchos, they have different style of dress, and they're on their horse working in the land, the fields, and all.
So as a child growing up, what did you enjoy the most?
I grew up in a small town, very safe, and with a lot of freedom. My both parents were working. I was very independent. I grew in a small town, so we have these timings of like going to school in the morning, coming back, all having food together, the break. Then people go back to work after 4. And I used to do gymnastics.
Oh?
Yeah. For at least 6 years, I used to train since 6 to 12, like 12 hours a week. And yeah. I used to go for competitions. I was very like all the time dynamic in my bike everywhere with so many friends from the school. My same group of friends since I was 3 years old from kindergarten are my friends today. We all did the school together, and they all having kids from since the age we all met in kindergarten. That is amazing. We are 16 in total, and we never split that friends group of friends.
Let's do an activity.
Okay.
I want you to close your eyes.
Okay.
Think of your favorite memory.
From child.
Anytime. Not child. Any memory that is your favorite. Think about it and tell it to us in your own language.
1 minute because I have many, so I have to
You're
choose.
scanning. Scanning.
Yes. Okay. I have to say in Spanish.
Yes.
Okay, this is actually is in India, but I will say in Spanish. Mi recuerdo favorito es cuando vine a India por primera vez y pasamos todos los... Yo estaba haciendo servicio en México, entonces pasamos el grupo de mexicanos, que éramos 10, a ver a Gurudev. Y fue la primera vez que podía hacer una pregunta en persona. Recuerdo sentir una felicidad intensa en el corazón y estar en su presencia y hacerle las preguntas y que me responda con tanto amor. Y recuerdo haberle preguntado si me podía quedar unos meses en el ashram y él con una sonrisa me dijo yes, me dijo sí. Y bueno, y esos meses se transformaron en 5 años, pero recuerdo la intensidad y la alegría del momento que tenía. Tengo otros recuerdos muy hermosos de mi niñez, pero en ese recuerdo en particular me vino primero.
So that's Argentine Spanish.
Yes.
Okay. Can you please translate that in English?
Now I will translate. I said that one of my favorite memories is when I came for the first time to India in 2014, and the small group of Mexican teachers, we went inside Ganga to meet Gurudev, and it was the first time I was like speaking to him. I mean, I met in Argentina, was a little bit, but when I came here, I had to
Ganga is the place where Guruji lives, not the river.
Exactly. Ganga Kutir is where he meets the people. It's like his office. Sorry. And I met him there, and we were very little. And then I remember I sent an email to him and I asked that. And then I said, can I stay here for a few months? And he said, yes. And with such a nice smile. And then I remember how happy I was feeling to be able to speak and to be with so less people in front of him. Was like my second time I was meeting him in that private space. And then we have more questions, but he sent us to speak to the to the stone. You know that story? There was a Devi stone in the ashram. Stone, which has a Devi inside. And you could ask a question, and there was a man who was like the custodians of the stone, like the one who was taking care of the stone and could read what the stone say. So you can ask something to the stone. If the stone get heavy, it's no. If it's light and goes up, it's yes.
Oh.
So
is it still there?
No, it was for some time. And then there was 2 stones. They were sisters. This is so crazy. They were in a temple, and these stones, when Guruji visited the temple, they wanted to stay with Guruji. So somehow the guy has to travel with the stone with Guruji and stay some time in ashram. It's so crazy to believe, but I don't know. It is like that. And he said, go to the stone and ask questions. Have you visited the stone? Guruji said, no. To the Devi, go. And then I remember I felt immediately the presence of, I was not thinking there is a stone. I felt the presence of something there in my heart. And I asked some questions, and the stone said, you will stay here for many years. and I will help you in your spiritual growth. And it was like, what? My plan was to stay 5 years, 5 months, and I end up staying 5 years. Yes, at that time, yeah. Then I came back 2 years more.
What else did you ask the stone?
Okay. So, what I asked the stone? Well, I asked that where I will live, or where is my place, or something like that. And the stone say you stay here for a few years, and that's it.
Where do I belong?
Yeah. There was a lot of people there in the room. We were waiting for asking questions. And
So how does it work? That person used to hold, or you only hold the stone?
no, the person is holding the stone.
Person is?
The person is holding the stone, and he's saying the stone, the Devi is saying this, the Devi is saying that. And then you re-ask the question or ask like this.
So the person used to...
Yeah, it wasn't like a bridge.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how much it was interfering in the answer. I hope no. Yeah.
You took so much knowledge from India, you're a teacher. When you went back to Latin America to teach, what was your experience? How did people in Latin America react to Indian wisdom? Those people who had never heard about Indian culture or Indian knowledge or
I
Indian
understand.
practices, how did they react or respond?
They respond very good because I was working with the yoga school, and every time they introduce, this is Pamela, and she has lived like 5 years in India. They used to say, oh, people used to say. So yoga comes from India, and someone has been 5 years in an ashram. Somehow you get to absorb all that. It get transferred, and they were reacting like good, with respect. Oh, she has been 5 years in the ashram. She has been 5 years in India. That's it.
You also mentioned that they are too religious, even in Christianity, in Catholicism.
Some places, yes.
So when you speak to them about this happiness course and about the Indian knowledge that you're bringing, are they resistant to it, or how do they respond?
There are places and places. I will say in Argentina, I see this little more open-minded to new things. There is no conflict. It is yoga, meditation. I'm Catholic. It's fine. Then I've been in the interior of Mexico, which people are very like grabbed to their beliefs of Christianity, and there are many sects of Christianism. So they have different beliefs, and sometimes the fact that you are teaching, there is a video, the picture of Indian guru, Hindu guru, and all. Little sometimes you not show the picture of Gurudev, because if you see an image and that is a barrier for you to absorb the knowledge, then what's the point? We want you to get the techniques. We want you to get your feel relief from stress. You want you to feel light, increase your prana. Then if that is an obstacle, then we don't show that, but at least they get the benefits. Yeah.
That's a smart thing to do. In India, all courses have Guru's photo with them.
Yeah.
And so you don't want the image to be a barrier to somebody, hence you don't put the image in when you go abroad.
Well, we saw by experience, if you put we put some flowers, the picture, and the candle, because it's like showing the presence. We are transferring the guru knowledge to them. But if some people, they're so rigid or stuck with their beliefs, and then it's a barrier, then what's the point? You don't show, and then you teach. The grace is there anyways. So yeah.
Would you go to church as a child or with
Yes.
family regularly?
I went to nun school, Catholic school, and we used to have a church inside the school. Every morning will come the priest. Yes, of course. I don't go regularly to church, but I like when I travel, there's so magnificent church, and I sit inside, I pray or meditate. Sometimes I just pretend like but I'm meditating. That's it when I go to a church.
Yeah, all the spiritual places, whether it's church or a mosque or a temple, you just go and meditate and you get so many positive vibes, and because people come there to pray and meditate, and there's a presence of divinity there.
Yeah, it's a peaceful and silent place. And see, I don't have something to ask or pray. So I meditate. And anyways, when you pray to God. So no matter where you are, inside a church or in a Hindu temple or in your house, praying is praying. You are connecting to God. So, yeah.
Did you notice any stark difference between the teachings of Christianity and the Hindu way of doing things?
Yeah, there are points in common and there are differences. What I would say, as a child, I will be honest, I was a little rebel to all this. We used to have a subject was Catholicism, and we used to read the Bible and everything, which is it teach you very nice values about service, about being good with the other person. Don't do what you don't want others do to you. About feeling grateful, all this. And I grow in this Catholic school where with a lot of service values. We used to go and do service outside and more like charity. And we used to have like camps of these things, learning, doing games and play and gaining all this knowledge and values, which was really really nice. But what I found in, I will say, Vedic and Hinduism, because all what we learn from Arch of Living and Gurudev comes from Vedic roots. It gave me a deep relief inside. That feeling of freshness, feeling of connecting with God. When I was praying in church and everything from heart, of course you get, but that feeling of peace of mind and feeling recharged and immensely contentment, it comes with meditation and the knowledge of the scriptures and practicing and that. So, and with service, of course, that I learned also from Christianity.
Yeah, Christianity is big about service, no?
Yeah. Yes, like help the other people, and yes.
Coming back to Mexico, you said people there were resistant. That
Yes.
we don't want to change our religion,
I
or
had
they're
to-
not. You might have faced questions that I don't want to change my religion, or something like that. How would you deal with that?
Okay. So only few times I have that experience. When I came, I was quite new, and I went with another teacher, and she used to tell, no, in these cases, don't put the picture or this or that. So when I was then later teaching on my own, maybe I have one lady, when at the end we show the video, Love Moves the World, and they see how much people Guruji moves in the world. They were like, oh, no, but I believe in Jesus. I don't want, who is this person? And we used to what I will say, it is what it is. It is the organization that is helping people to make your life better, to make yourself happy. This person is dealing with Gurudev, no, is dealing with conflict resolution in the world. You don't have to change your love for Jesus, or you don't have to change or make him your guru if you don't want. Just take the techniques which is helping you to feel better. That's it. And well, I hope she did. I don't know. But yes.
So it depends on where you are, right? Where in cities there are more people with open mind and
Yeah. What Guruji
some-
say always is like, okay, pizza is, you have heard that, no? Like, pizza is from Italy, but that doesn't mean that only Italians can eat pizza. So yoga is from India, that's only Indians will do yoga. Yoga, everyone can do and benefit from that. So this is what we are doing. If the image of him was a barrier, then okay, you don't need to do anything. Keep your love for Jesus and your beliefs and do the techniques, which is something that maybe it was missing in people's life to feel better. There was a lot of traumas in that region of Mexico in people, because was a lot of insecurity because of drugs or narco traffic. I still remember everyone coming to the course will have this that someone has been rapted, I don't know how to say, kidnapped, have that experience, or someone in the family, or some people lost someone in the family because of all this war with the narco traffic. I was shocked about that because where I grow now, maybe it's a little tough in Argentina, but at that time was no way it could be like that. Yeah,
So how big is the problem of narcotics
narco traffic.
even now?
Well, narco traffic also now has grown in Argentina, unfortunately, in some cities. But it is bad because they install in a place and they go to normal houses and they say, if you don't give me the 50% of the money you get from your business every month, suppose you have a shop, you have to give the 50% of your gain, your income, to them. Otherwise, they will kill someone or like
So
this.
what do you mean by narcos?
The people who traffic drugs,
Narcotics.
yeah, narco traffickants. Yes, narcotics, yeah, drugs.
So
And
they are just asking for protection money. You give us 50% of your earnings, otherwise you'll kill somebody.
yeah,
But they're not selling drugs. Or are they selling
they're
drugs
doing
also?
everything. And they're getting money this way because they gain so much power and people are so afraid. So
Gov-
there are some areas that they got installed and they do this. And it's normal to hear like there is like people shooting each other in public, killing some innocent people. This when recently during pandemic time I was in Mexico and there are tourist places where this guy has installed their narco net and they are doing the same. Unfortunately, we have to change this with positive energy as much as we spread meditation, as much we spread uh, all this like Sudarshan Kriya and everything, the collective mind will start to change and that will go away. That's why sometimes we do that huge meditations because these bring waves of positiveness in the place. Sometimes there is a lot of negative energy in a place which can be changed in this way. That's why we have to keep working and spreading this to everyone.
You meet a group of narcos.
No.
I'm giving an example.
Okay.
I'm giving a situation.
Yes.
You enter a gang room or a hall where these narcotic people are sitting. You are with some of your friends. What would you tell them? How would you give an intro talk to them to experience meditation?
Okay. Let's suppose they don't have guns in their hands. See, I have heard that there was some rebel tribes here that submitted the gangs and peace, but sometimes the level of tamasic mind is too much. So I don't know till what extent you can say something. Maybe better if is to experience something and get relief first of that. Because I don't know, sometimes if some words make sense at the beginning, I don't know. We have so many positive things we can say to someone in that situation. What's the point of doing this? But you don't know if the person is ready to receive that in the state of mind they are and the violence level they have, killing people and all this. So maybe it's just start with common problems that at the end, inside, everyone is the same. No matter how much bad you do, the same core, the same soul is the same. And every single human being has same problems, lack of sleep, stress. And sometimes if you start like trying to help with the small things, everyone wants to feel free inside. Everyone wants to feel happy inside.
And probably they are a victim of things also, right?
Yeah.
Terror usually comes with a...
The way they grow, maybe in a violent environment or and then it's the only thing you know. The only thing you know how to behave. you don't know the other side. So maybe sometimes the best is, I believe, I'm not sure, but maybe some pranayama, it can help at the beginning, at least to increase little bit the prana and make the person available to listen something.
I had seen this movie, City of God and City of Man.
Yeah, in
Two movies
Brazil.
are there. Yeah. So you get to see a lot of this tension and problem of gangs.
This is another level of insecurity. We have that little bit in Argentina. At that time we didn't, but now, unfortunately, I hope it changed in the future.
In the previous episode of Argentina, we also spoke about the financial system
Well,
in Argentina, because everybody gives example. Okay, this happened. This you don't want to do it like Argentina. You don't
Argentina.
want.
Oh, really? In the world, they're doing the example of Argentina.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But now we changed president, and it's completely different politics. Let's see how it goes. We only can have hope. So, see, I will be honest. Like, Argentina, it's a country with, in the past, was a lot of medium class, and there was a lot of educational level, and I don't know, there was a lot of medium starting business, like how you say, pymes. I don't know how to say in English.
Small size businesses.
Yeah, like this, which is a sign of a healthy society. And in the past, Argentina was like the first in bringing something into Latin America. Like I used to hear in Mexico, all the news are always coming, all the first things are coming from Argentina. It's a
So
very
it was it was a leader in the Latin American.
Yeah, I will say, I don't know, leader, but all the new ideas, new comings, or new techniques of this or that normally used to come some Argentinian training to bring other places. There is a lot of creativity in the culture. Something we are different from the others is Argentinians are little, they are no shame to, like, how to say, they are not shy. And there is not much like value to the hierarchy. We can say anything. We work in team. We can say anything. In other countries of Latin America, they are a little more shy culture. We have no problem to speak it out, whatever it is, and very frontal way. And this is very different. That's why sometimes it's very tough for us when we go to another country to take courses or speak to people. We have to change our way of expression because can be find very rude in other places. And I don't know what I was coming to this. Like I was speaking about something else before. Anyways, so this.
So inflation.
So
it is
what I say is
infamous
like,
for inflation, right?
yeah. So I was coming to this. We have no problem. Like when you go, we like to go abroad to start again, are adventurous, and it was a successful country. But unfortunately, we have a wrong kind of government and economy and a lot of corruption, which make us broken and increase so much the inflation and etc. But I have the hope how the mindset of how is Argentina that things will change. Yeah.
Did you grow through that period where the inflation was happening or where the economy was in a turmoil in Argentina? How was it like that living for somebody who was living in Argentina?
Well, to understand this little bit context, before when I born, there was a military dictatorial government, and it got over almost when I born, and then it came the first democratic president. Before that was Perón and Evita, those famous presidents. So when I came, these presidents were there, and this is when inflation for the first time started in Argentina. There was a very good, intelligent, good heart person, but unfortunately he couldn't deal with the inflation. It was, I don't know why it was happening. I'm not expert in economy. But then came one president, which was very, he ended up, and he dollarized the economy. And that it was from outside, it was looking good that we are going good. We go abroad, we can buy things, we can travel, but it was breaking the economy inside because we not compete with the neighbors countries. We're very expensive for tourism also, so we're losing in some other way. Um, and then after that, we realized some other president came, we have to devaluate. At the beginning was little control. For a few years was under control. Still we little bit crisis, but under control. And then I remember, when I was here in India, suddenly this like went up in like, and in 2 years we had like 1,000% inflation, which is crazy. It's not known in anywhere. Maybe some other countries, but
Nowhere else.
yeah, nowhere else.
Unless Germany after the First World War.
Could be, and I heard like in Lebanon also they had similar, or maybe some of these countries. I heard from some people, but
So
still,
did you like literally have to take a box of cash to buy a piece of bread?
yeah. You know, not that because of the inflation, you have to buy something. You have to come with a. We don't have like currencies like 2,000 or 3,000, 5,000. The biggest currency right now is 1,000, and 1,000 is $1 right now because of our inflation. You understand? Yeah. So for you to have an idea, in 2019, $1 was 24 pesos, and $1 is almost 1,000 pesos.
Wow.
It was more. Now it's going down a little bit.
So it's still not stable.
Slowly, because we just changed and we are going through a new economic model. So we have to see if it works or not, what to do.
And you're saying that it's like nobody trusts the inflation in Argentina, that
No.
the credit card companies take 30% or so, no? On every
Yeah.
transaction. What was that?
See, because of everyone taking their, we don't trust in our, and your pesos cannot have any value. So you go and buy dollars. That make the inflation more because you want to buy dollars. So there is no dollars in the country. Everyone is taking the money abroad because if you have in the bank, you cannot take outside dollars from the bank. You can only take pesos. And bank is not selling you dollars also. So we have we have the black market of dollars. Is crazy. So because we don't have dollars, if you buy with your credit card abroad, everyone was buying with the credit card abroad because it charged you in dollars. So you don't have to take the dollars outside. But then the government realized this, that everyone was doing that. So they start to charge you 30% more if you use your credit card abroad. And more things like that. I'm not expert in economy and all these things, but this is one of the things. Yeah.
Okay. Let's come back to India and spirituality. Can you share a story with us that you didn't think it was possible, but it happened? Usually people here refer to it as guru story.
There was one guru story. One is in Argentina, one in India. I will do the Argentina first. So when I was about to do my TTC, I wanted really to become a teacher, or at least I felt in my heart. I was recently started, like 1 year in Art of Living, and for some reason I felt I have to be a teacher. And I found a lot of obstacles, especially economic obstacles, because I was just starting my business. I'm a fashion designer. I used to have my business of handbags. Very nice designs, very different designs. And I had one lady that used to work with me. I had to buy machines, this, that. So when you're starting a business, you don't have much earning at the beginning. You have to invest, produce and invest. So I was in that point of my life. Still, I was living with my parents. And my family, when they saw the abrupt change I had after starting meditating and this and that, because for me change everything so fast. Like, okay, now this is my priority in life, like being more spiritual and everything. And I was doing much more service, not going out, not alcohol. I wanted to be vegetarian. All these things was like This is a shock. Maybe not in this culture, but in my culture, it is. So maybe instead to go out for disco or party or these weekends, which is very normal in the youth, I used to stay at home and watch some good knowledge videos, all these things. So they were against. So there was some economic limitations when they like I wanted to become a teacher. This that they thought, okay, she is in a sect. They have washed their brain and this. So I got some limitations, economical limitations, and when they knew I wanted to become a teacher, even more. And I have to assist courses, go to the center, which was very far from my house. So I was not using the car because, there was a lot of drama in the house. So then I just purchased a bike and I was going here and there every day. Okay, so I have my business of handbags and I didn't have enough money to complete the payment for the TTC. And then I prayed to the divine, okay, please help me because this is for a good purpose. So, you know, so nothing was happening, was everything stuck. Christmas was happening. And then is when you sell more and more. And there was some fairy work going on. I used to sell online through Facebook ads and to different parts of the country, shops. They will buy like 10, 15 for their own shops. I used to produce in quantity for this. And for some reason, everything was stuck and supposed to be when I must sell. And in this ferry, nothing was getting sold. And then I decided, okay, I have to start something else. So I started a small business of sprouts because there was a lot of awareness at that time of how much sprouts can give you prana and energy.
And everything goes in your land.
Yeah, no, the sprouts, it very easily. You put the sprouts in a jar we wash every day. And then I used to put in and sell to people and give to people. And I used to sell a lot of sprouts to Arch of Living people that they wanted to help me. So one day I remember it was summer because there in Christmas is summer in the South Hemisphere. And I went very far from my house to deliver many sprouts. And suddenly my bicycle broke. It was so hot and it was so broken that I could not even, I had to carry my bags all the way. When I reached to my house, I just dumped the bike. I went to my room. I remember when it was night, I was like crying and watching Gushi's picture and saying, okay, if I don't have to become a teacher, it's fine. Whatever. And next day, I woke up and then I saw like 3 emails of different shops that wants to buy all my bags. 2 places I deliver, and the last places was from my hometown. And the person wants to see everything in person. So I went with all my things, all my bags, all whatever I have. And she said, I want it all.
Oh, wow.
And that was the exact amount it was spending for me to pay for the TTC. Yeah. And then I remember I was super tired. This is so crazy. But what I learned from those days, I was watching all the Ashtavakras. And there was one of the videos was speaking about gratitude and see what you have. And then I started to see that I don't need more things. Why I always thinking what I need. Instead of that, look what you have. I started to spend less money. I realized I don't need to buy things. It was enough for me to save. And then next 3 collections of my bags, I had so much wasted material, and I find a creative way to use all that material, which I didn't have to buy new things.
So you created the wasted material again and created bags.
And I created a new collection which was sell with a lot of success.
Wow.
And it's because I just changed my way of see the things. And yeah.
Can you show your bag to us?
I am on Facebook. The page is there.
Even this bag that you're carrying is pretty fancy.
No, this is from here. That was in 2012. Like we are talking about how much years ago? Like 12 years ago. Even more. 14 years ago, I would say. And no, this is from India, but I can share my the pictures of Facebook.
Yeah, share. We'll put it in the video.
Yeah, there is one more good story, but I don't know if you don't want to hear. We
Yeah,
have
sure.
time.
Go ahead.
There are many. I mean, every moment I would think I could. Even when I was traveling as a teacher, there was so many good stories. But there is one specifically when I was here in the ashram. I was working as a graphic designer, as I said, and for many years. And then I learned a lot, and there was the need of develop a book. Gurudevs wanted a book of all the ashram biodiversity, especially he wanted all the birds and the pictures, and then we start to work, and he wanted to add the butterflies and all the plants, and okay, it was like almost 2 years project. And I was developing with Akila, and at that time my boss was Sunit Baya in the admin office and everything. And when we have some sample, we showed to Gurudev, he liked it, and then he told us to add more things. So we add the snakes, and we keep. Once the version was almost ready, I was like all the time having in my mind, as I think that book Guruji wanted to happen for a long time, and for some reasons were not happening. And we took this project, and I think was his sankalpa, but in my heart I was also working thinking, oh, this is for him. So, and he will want to see, and we will have the time with him to show the book. So, having this in mind, it gives you some extra push and enthusiasm. So when we finished the book, once we went to Darshan line, and I told my boss, why don't you apply in the link, because you know how it is. No need. I spoke to the secretary. Fine. So we're waiting, and many people were going inside to show the things, and we were not going. And I said, see, it's because you didn't stay for the link to the appointment. And at the end, Guruji came out to Badri Vishala. We didn't go inside. And he was meeting some people, and I was with the book in the hands next to Akila and some other people who were working. And he said, oh, no, I want to give time to this. I will see later. Oh, okay. So, okay. Then, in the night, Guruji was leaving. After that, after 2 days, for 2 months. So his schedule was really, really, really busy. Because, everyone wants to see. He was leaving for 2 months. And then I spoke to secretariat, please, we need to show the book. No, there is no time in Guruji's schedule to show the book. So they called me in the night, and I have to give the book, and they showed to him in Shakti Kutir. And I was heartbroken, because every time I was working in that book was like when we showed to Gurudev. There was a lesson to learn behind this. So I was heartbroken, and like, I just wanted to spend that time showing the book. There was a lot of effort, and someone else was showing. So I was like, oh no. And he said, I will give time to this. And then he was not having time. So I was like so angry inside with everyone, like with the secretariat, because they are not giving time to us or any appointment and whatever. So I was covered by negativity. And I remember Guruji was leaving after satsang. It was like 5. And one friend called me to go to one office near Ganga Kutir in the woman conference office to deliver something. And then I remember Guruji's car was coming inside to Ganga, and he looked at me like this. And 2 minutes after that, I get a call. Guruji wants to see the book. Guruji wants to see the book. Please bring the book. Where is the book? Oh, I think it is in administration. Someone came running and give the book. And then I have the book in my hands, and I thought not from me, from someone else. So I just wanted to deliver. At that time, I dropped the idea, So I give the book to someone. No, you go. And then I want to give to Vishal, the secretary. No, you go. And then I want to give, and then I end up in front of Guruji with the book. And then he picked the book and said, oh, look at the book. And how nice she have done. Yeah. So at that time, I thought like, anyways, okay, he called that he wanted to see the book. And when the book came, I went to deliver to someone to go inside and give the book. It was not in my head, I should go and show. It's like, it's done. He already saw. He wants the book. So I want to give to one person, some secretary. No, you go. And then another. And I end up in front of Gurudev with the book in my hands. And he said, "Oh, look at the book and how nice you have done." He was praising. And at that time, as I said, I was super like full of negativity from before, all that disappointment. What's the point? Anyways, so he opened the book and he showed to everyone. In the book, we were showing how was the ashram at the beginning, when it was a barren land, and how it's now, like before and after, and some stories from all the first ashramites, how was the step of planting trees or watering and all that. And he was showing and explaining. There was a lot of people learning Ganga Kutir. And
He was showing and explaining from the book to others who were present there.
yes. And then at the end he said, okay, give to her something. I don't know. There was not what he said, but they give some shawls, different shawls, not the one they like some nice shawls to cover. And when he did oh, and he covered me like this with the shawl. I felt all that negative emotions went away. Even I was tired of designing, I wanted to do something else, and all that feelings went away. And he, it was the last minute. He was leaving for 2 months after that, but he said when first time he saw in the darshan line, I will give time to this. And at the end he gave it. And he took the book with him, and he took the book to US and Canadian ashram, and he was showing to everyone and saying we have to do the same book. And the book is available there in the now they are doing a new version.
Is there a Kindle version?
No, it's there in the Divine service where you can find all the books.
Or on Amazon?
Could be in Amazon, yes. I have not checked, yes.
What are your thoughts on marriage?
I'm single. So, most of people of my age are married, but the thing is, I have dedicated my life to this, to Gurushi. So, somehow, that has been my priority. Not a family or settle. I don't know if it will come in the future. I'm not against that. There was a time I said, no way, I don't want to get married. Now, I'm not saying I want to get married. I'm not close to that. But like my life is for him, so I like to be available if I have to travel or change a country or this or that.
They're open to anything. There's no rigidness or desire or aversion.
Exactly. I'm not in the keen of getting married, and at the same time I'm not saying no, I want to be a Swamini. It's just me. And what I understood with time is the comfort or the happiness, it will not come from the other person or your soulmate. It comes from within. So no matter, like, you can be happy alone, you can be happy with someone else, but first you have to work on yourself and find that inner happiness and stability, and then you can be happy in any way. Alone or married or Swami or divorced or whatever. Yeah.
How does the marriage system work in Argentina? How do they find each other, and then how does it go after that?
Like how you see in the movies in Western. There is no arranged marriage. That idea is crazy, how it's here in India.
So it's crazy, even unthinkable for them. Arranged marriage.
No, not thinkable. Not in my culture. Like you maybe met someone, could be from your friends, could be from when you study, could be from your work, could be out, someone you like, you start to date, you have a relationship. These days, it is like if you are okay, you live with the person. You don't have to get married. And then when you think, okay, I think we get along, then you get married. You try first for a few years. It's even weird to find someone that met and marriage after 1 year.
It's weird.
It's weird.
People stay together and test it out.
Yeah, for some time. And then if it doesn't work, you change. And then till you find the right person, then you get married.
I find it weird. I mean, Indians might find it weird. You're living together, then how is marriage different? Because living together is marriage, right? So you're living together, then marriage is just a certificate
Yes.
by the government that
Yes.
okay, these are.
I'm not saying it's good or bad. Actually, I'm saying how it is. I like how it is in India. I think there is much more commitment, and like I'm not against the arranged marriage. I think it's interesting. I think it works. But what you are saying is correct. Like there is not much difference. It's like you are living with someone, sharing a house. Some people are having kids. They are not married. It's just a certificate. Yes, but there is some commitment in your mind, and I think it is important.
Commitment is what is more important, right? If the
Yes.
even if there's no government certificate or
Yes,
such.
yes, yes.
I think live-in relationship is growing in India as well. In the
Yes.
cities.
Yes.
But I am not aware of any friends who are doing this. I still don't have people in my circle who are having a live-in relationship.
I have friends who they have built a house, they have 2-3 kids, and they have never got married.
In India?
No, in Argentina.
In Argentina.
It is normal, and I know old people also. They never got married. They don't think they're not married. It's just they never did the ceremony.
Ceremony or the registration.
Yeah, registration or married under some like priest or something.
Marriage is a big part in India.
I know, yes.
They say in a big fat Indian wedding.
We don't have that thing like, for example, I'm not married and my family is not pushing me, oh, why you are not married, or getting upset because I'm not married. It's whatever you choose. And if I have a boyfriend and in the future I want to get married or something, okay, it's what you choose. They will not say, they will try to accept it. They will try to suggest, oh, this or that, but at the end, okay, it's your life.
What have been some of challenging projects that you have done in India?
Challenging projects. Yes. Once I went to Northeast, and in 2017, and we went to Arunachal Pradesh, and there was a lot of conversions there.
Lot of
conversions in Christianity. And
conversions.
Conversions, yes. So we just were like.
So who was converted? The Christian?
No, the tribes were converted to Christianism, different sects and everything. So we're just doing satsang and speaking about the importance of keep your roots or whatever, and that was in Arunachal Pradesh. And then we spent 1 month in Assam, and in that month, in Arunachal, the challenge was it was rainy season, and there was a lot of slides. So sometimes we're blocked in a place. We were a group of.
There were a lot of.
How you say when the
landslides.
Landslides, and we were blocked, and raining, and we could not connect again each other. We were like 6, 7, and we split in. I went to Zero with one other friend, which is in the top of Arunachal in the mountain. Zero Valley. Zero, yes.
Yeah, they have some music festivals there.
And very interesting Shiva Lingam in the middle of the mountain. Okay, we were going to the schools and we were like making them to do yoga and chanting some mantras, and then we were connecting with the tribes also. We used to chant Guru Pusha and they used to chant their own worship. There was really, really nice exchange. And then after that we went to Assam. And in Assam we also split, and I was in Karbi Anglong. It is a tribe place where
Karbi
Anglong. Yes, in Diffu. Diffu is the name of the town, and there is one Art of Living teacher handling Vishnu. He is handling ashram there. It was a structure half constructed with some tourist ideas in the future, but never happened. They donate those lands to Art of Living, but not everything was sorted, so they were not able to construct or improve that structure till they get the clarity of the land. So I was staying in a. I was the only lady. There was many men staying in some good part, and the part that was, it was half constructed. There was no windows, nothing. For me, it was a little weird. There was like, the washroom was 100 meters and only one for everyone. In the night, sometimes come snakes or these spiders, and then we did this YLTP, the course for the people in the village. So some coordinators say you have to go and get some people. So we went and walk around to invite all the people and come. And for me, the way I'm used to live and everything, I was sharing with so many different people there in the room. There was like 15 different tribes. We're all in one room.
15 different tribes?
No, girls from the tribe. I was with the girls. And what I would say in the challenge aspect, it was from letting go your comfort zone and adjust something. There was no electricity during the day and no light in the night. And yeah.
So what work did you do there? Did it complete?
Oh, yes. So I went to different, I used to go to the universities and speak to and we conduct like 3 years plus in universities, what was amazing. And then we conduct one course in jail for...
jail in Arunachal Pradesh?
No, in Assam, in
Assam.
Difu. And it was for many people in that jail were like rebels of the tribes that protesting against the government or whatever. And it was really interesting because we were listening their testimonials. And they have not done anything wrong. It's just they believe they were changed and they were tortured in the jail, and then how better they were feeling after Swarshin Kriya. So if you put in the context of how I grow and everything, for me being there was like a huge adventure and a movie. Suddenly I'm in a place half constructed with no electricity, with no facilities. We went outside to teach different people from very different culture, not even Hindus, like different. And then also we are teaching in the jail. It was very interesting. There was no car. Sometimes we had to go walking everywhere. The place was very far from the city.
When did you feel like a sense of achievement in that?
It was a feeling of contentment when you let go whatever. You're not thinking about yourself. You've forgotten about yourself and you're just happy because something you are doing is reaching to people, little effort. That is one thing. The most achievements I had, when we finished the book, was very interesting. And it was in Latin America when I went again after India with a big project that happened. This was my biggest sensation of achievement, but this is another story. Yeah.
Can you tell that story about your biggest achievement in Latin America?
Yes. So when I left India in 2019, I told Gurudev I want to go out and teach again. Where I should go, and he mentioned you can go to Panama and Costa Rica. So when I reached to Panama, I supposed to start as full-timer, and then I was out of teaching Latin America for so long, so I stayed for 1 month with the country coordinator to learn few things, and then I supposed to go to Costa Rica. But then a new idea came that they thought I was the right person to start the school of yoga there, since it was running in Argentina and Uruguay, and Panama wanted and have the people. So the idea was to start the school. So the plan was all settled. We got a lot of registrations from new people from Panama, a lot. I'm saying 50 people is a lot for a country of 4 million, which there has no art of living. And then in Costa Rica also, we had a lot of registrations. But 1 week before start the TTC and the teacher supposed to travel and everything, this was a long-term TTC, different from you have here. It's like you have once a month you masterclass with the teacher and daily yoga classes and some homework. So you do 500 hours of your yoga training, and then you also do all the art of living courses. during that time. You have to do happiness, advanced, Shiva level 2. It is part of the course. So after 2 years, people really get stick into the path. They understand.
For 2 years, this course
Yeah.
goes on for 2 years.
2 years. It's a training of yoga, like when you study a career. But you do very slow. Once a month, you have the master class, and you have to assist to regular weekly yoga classes, plus some homework of theory that you will have in a platform. So in this way,
So you get to practice also.
yeah, in this way you become very regular in your yoga practice, and you have to do also some courses, and then you become strong in the path because you are paying and you have to do it. You know. So what happened 1 week before start, when everything is settled, blah blah blah, pandemic start, and then they close everything. So we all thought, okay, what to do now? So with Argentina, Uruguay, Costa Rica, and Panama, we changed everything to online, and has everyone have done? But it was really fast. In April we started online, and it was going amazing, like really was going amazing. And then before the International Yoga Day, many other countries of Latin America, all Arch of Living works together. They saw the success and how good was doing Panama and Costa Rica and Argentina. So all the country coordinators, we all work together. Many are Argentinians in different countries traveling as full-timers. They said, we also want to start the DTC. So in 1 month, we start from 4 countries, we went to 16 countries. We have to find people to coordinate in each country, explain, because there is a lot of system behind. And in 1 month, they register people and everything. We start a batch with 500 people. And then every 6 months, a new batch of 500, like this. Until today, this is running. So what I will say is, at that time, we have to work really hard to make it happen. Me and all the team is not my achievement. It's by His grace and the work of a huge team. Suddenly, what happened? You have this structure going on. The people getting trained in yoga, and many new people, because we're accepting people who are not related to Art of Living, who are coming to yoga, who are doing also the happiness program, advanced program, because it's part of the training. You have to do that. You are studying yoga, doing yoga regular every day. At the end of the first year, they have a break of 1 or 2 months, and then they start second year. People get super transformed. They become, many did VTP, blessing course. Some of them, they have become teachers. And they were sharing that, imagine during pandemic, having all this and be so regular with all this knowledge, it was like, the way to surf the way. They were like really grateful, and there was no single person regretting of have done that. They were so happy and so grateful. And this structure that it took a lot of intense work at the beginning still is running with success. I left, but I'm happy that I have been part of that project that helped so many people. It was so big, helping increase so many countries. And not only people, also the structure of Art of Living, because many countries were having troubles, how to sustain the economy, paying the rent of the center, this, that, during pandemic time. Only with courses was not enough. And this changed the economy of those places also, making sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
So it's when I look back, I feel okay. When I told Gurudev I want to go and teach, then I came back, then I feel okay. At least I will not say I have done, but I feel happy. I was part of that you see the change in people. That's all.
You're a bag designer.
Yes.
Can you give some tips on how to make good bags?
Good bags, yes, like
you can use sample of your bag, like, and demonstrate with this.
I know design since 14 years a bag, but what I started was, when I started I was non-vegetarian and everything. I started with leather because it's very typical in Argentina. Then I remember I was stuck. When I did my first course is when my creativity opens. And then I decided I will use all ecological materials. So I used to be very creative and use different things.
So all those bags that you sold to this shop that you said in the story were all non-leather bags.
Non-leather. Yeah, non-leather. I don't use leather because we know in Argentina from where comes the leather. It's a cow leather. And when all my mindset changed, I thought to use ecological material, ecological leather or very strong fabric for that. So there is creativity never ends. This is a very basic design. You have a vase, rectangular vase, and the two handles, but
Two what? Handles.
handles. Yes. What I can say, like a good bag has to be functional. It has to be comfortable. There are different things. One is there are people who likes to show something which is creative and nice, and there are people who likes to be with something comfortable and functional. So you also have to be which public you are going. I used to go for the youth who likes to use very creative and colorful things, and so my designs were very exotic and a lot of handwork was there. So, and I used to find always new ways to do the design. What I see used to sell very good were the round bags with the round base, and then like this you have like one rope like this, and the change that was very selling very fast. And also the big bags where you can put so many things, but I used to decorate a lot. A good bag also has to be nice inside. Just because no one sees doesn't mean you don't have to design inside. And you have to be intelligent with the pockets and everything. If you're going to do something functional, you have to study what a normal person needs, and see in your daily life what you would like to have in that, so it makes it easy. So difficult to find the keys or your phone or
It's always a mystery, what do women keep in their bags?
everything. Whatever you need, you'll find in a bag. So
that many pockets you need to think about.
Yes, and definitely.
You need a woman on your team to design a bag.
These days, I know I used to design. The lady used to help me to stitch and everything. And
No, I'm saying so that you at least know what the bag is used for.
I understand. I know. What? Come again?
You need a woman on your team. If you're a man watching this, you need a woman on your team to design a bag.
Definitely. Yeah,
because
for a woman, yes.
You need to know what
Yeah.
interests them or what functionally. So what is functionally the most important thing in a bag?
Okay, if it's going to be little ecological, it should be washable, like material. I think when the stiffness is not good, it has to be soft. And you suppose that depends how is your life. If you are going out all day, suppose you go out for work, people use backpacks, but ladies sometimes wants to be looking nice and use a bag. So these days everyone use a tablet or a laptop, your phone, how to find your things. You have to be able to organize inside. I don't know what to say.
So you need a compartment for a laptop.
Yeah, I mean, that time it was not so normal, the laptops like these days. I'm talking about many years ago.
Phones.
Yeah, phones, yes.
Phones and cash and change.
Yeah. See, I was more like for the I would say youngsters, and as I said, it was very exotic bags, and people sometimes wants just to have something original. And of course something you relate to. If you have a symbol or a drawing or a color, I relate to this, I want this. But there is another crowd who likes today at this time I will go for something functional, something that match with my clothes. I like to travel, so it has to be comfortable, have a good zip, comfortable with the zip, it doesn't get stuck, and if you are in some place, things will not fall. And I just think today in functionality, and many people also think today, and there are much more things, new materials, intelligent materials, as I said, can be clean or washable, and like not get wet and all these things. More technology.
What is the margin in bag business?
That's depend how good you run your business. But I don't know, like I don't remember. I don't.
15-20%,
I
10%,
used
or
to get.
if it is a known designer, it will be more.
Try to get 50%.
50.
Yeah, 50.
Oh wow.
I used to try to get that. It could go depend the collection and how much work and time is in that. It can go from like 25 to 50%. Yes, as I said, the small ones were running fast. That used to get more complex the design. If you put too expensive, then no one can afford. So you have to see.
So you have to balance between
Balance, yes.
design and functionality.
Yeah, but the challenge I found in my case was at that time Argentina economy was changing and there was a block of imported materials, and all the best ecological leather was blocked. I was not getting good material. Second, I was in a small town where was not a lot of. I need to delegate to produce more because I used to have demand, but my challenge was to increase my production because hire a person in my country is much more difficult. Here it's very easy. There you have to pay a lot of taxes to the employee and different things. And then there was not qualified people. Like all these things are in the city, not in a small town. And if you delegate the work, also you get less money. So there was a challenge at that time I was facing. And I grow a little bit more, and then I decided to become a full-time teacher because 1 year before I did my TTC, and I felt, no, but I don't find happiness in this. I really want to be full-timer. This is when I dropped my business and I sold everything.
Where did you get inspiration for your bag designs?
Well, the fashion of the moment is important because whatever you do has to be desirable for people to buy. And I used to get inspiration in animals. Yeah, in the nature, in animals a lot.
Are there
In birds, because there was a lot of color. Oh, sorry. There was a lot of colors and the face. So there was in the birds. I will say I used to inspire it a lot, and whatever was my beliefs at that time, I was changing, giving more ecological message or peace message. So it was inspiring that also.
Are there any animals that are exhausted? Are
Extinct.
there any animals that are available only in Argentina and not anywhere in the world?
Yes, I think so. We have something that now are like plague everywhere. Carpincho.
What is that?
Carpincho. I have to show you a picture.
Does it look like llama? Does it look like a goat?
We have many of those. Shama. We call shama in Argentina. Is the llama. And one called guanaco, which is in the north. Shamas are in the south. No, sorry. Guanaco in the south, shama in the north. With the hair is good for sweaters and all these things.
Long neck goats, basically.
Yes. This, I think you might have this also in Bolivia or some limit countries. That's all. And then we have, we have one bird called ants bird, which it's only ants. It has like a face like this. Very
Long.
weird. Yes. And we have this animal that I said, carpincho. It's for my region. And
so is it like a cat? Is it like a bear?
No. It is. It doesn't come the word in English.
Compare it with any other animal that people generally know.
Yeah. So it is like a big. It's a mix of, Mapache, like, I don't know the names in English of the animals. That's the problem.
Does it have 4 legs?
Yes, has 4 legs. Weird nose. This size, I will say. And a lot of hair. Can I show you a picture?
Yeah, sure. Then we can describe it from the picture.
Because I don't know which kind of...
Like a rat.
yeah, no.
Big rat.
No, but they behave...
The face is different.
But the size is like this. And they're very friendly. Like dogs. And they have...
It's a cross between a dog and a rat.
I think so. It has become... how to explain that when you were asking describe that?
Got it. Yeah, I've never seen this in India.
Yeah, and let me... Wait. They also yellow.
So the face and the nose is like a bear, not a bear, a deer. Like a bit
It's a mix
longer.
of beer, yes. And I don't know if you have seen this animal ever. This is also from
I've seen this in cartoon. What is it called?
It's a ant bird. We call in
It's
Spanish...
not a bird, it's an animal.
Bear.
Bear, ant bear.
Bear. They eat ants.
It's such a furry tail and a long mouth
Yeah.
to go into the ant hills.
Yes. We have also the llama and guanaco, which I don't think you will find in some other places. Yeah. Might be more.
Do they ride llamas?
Sorry?
Are they big enough for somebody to sit on it?
I have not seen that. You can sit on that, but I don't think you can domate like they allowed you to do that. I have not seen. Yeah, but there are many in the south of the country which called guanacos. We are very similar to llamas, and they're everywhere. And in the north, llamas are very good, as I said, for they use the hair like you use for the ships, the wool.
I have one question again about the bags. I want to understand the women's psychology about fashion.
I dropped that part of my life. Okay. Yes.
But you know the psychology, right? That's why I'm trying to know.
Okay. Tell me.
So, how much... What is the percent of women buying bags to impress others, and how many people want it for functionality?
Oh, that's a good point, because maybe I was speaking from one... See, as I said, when you make a product, there is many different kind of public. So when you design, you have to think to whom you are designing. If the youngsters want just colors, then people who want status, having a Louis Vuitton or anything, or people who are thinking in functionality but also looking quality. So as I think there is a lot of people, mainly in the cities, and there are some kind of cities and societies, which the bags says a lot. The design and the brand, the designer, if it's known. There is a lot of people who give a lot of importance to that. And it's okay. I'm not that kind of person. That's why I cannot relate to that. But I think in functionality, and of course, as a fashion designer, I like things to look good and combine and all these things. But I'm not thinking to show status through brand, which is very, very common in this society. Like everyone wants to have a Louis Vuitton and they pay for a fake one just to show they have, or any other brand that today is very famous. Yeah, it's a
just for the
world.
Brand name, just for the logo. They don't care about the functionality or even if there's something inside
Completely.
it.
Yeah, just for status. It's for a status. You have that, then...
Status.
Yes, status. Sorry, I was speaking with Spanish accent.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I thought statues as in statue.
Status. How you say?
Status.
Yeah, just for that. Just for show that But this has been always in the societies
Yeah.
from the beginning.
It's even for the men, no? With
Yeah.
shoes and cars. The
Yeah.
same thing.
So the
Same
bag is
psychology.
for that, for the ladies, and shoes also, and jewelry and all that. But yeah, definitely there are amazing brands like Gucci. They have small bag. You cannot put anything, but you have to go out with your Gucci. If I've seen videos in US, in Miami or Los Angeles, specific places where there are a lot of rich people, they have to have that. If you don't have that, you cannot fit in.
What are the aspirations of people in Argentina?
This is a very general question.
In what you have observed, what do they want to become when they grow up? Are they highly ambitious or they just want to carry
Yeah, that's a
out?
good point, because I've seen a lot of difference with India and different countries also. Well, Argentinians are, yeah, you have to have a good life. Everyone aspire to have comfort, title, career. It's not difficult because, as I said, as of now we have very high level public universities. Of course, you have to be really good to go inside because there are a lot of people trying to go, and there is a limit. You have private universities. The education level in Argentina is good, I will say. And then the aspiration is to have, as I see, for example, my friends, just okay, you get married, you immediately save to build your own house, medium class, little more. All aspiration is just to save some money, get some credit from the bank, and build your own house. So when you have your own house, you're fine. Have some money for pay the school of the kids, and then of course travel around the world on vacations if you have the opportunity. Work, and then have some time for holidays. We have a lot of holidays, like, some countries they get a lot of holidays from, and some not. So
Oh, you get a lot of holidays from the government for just
no,
you to
in
take
jobs,
vacation.
because there is a lot of rights for the workers in Argentina and all these things. That's what the whole different topic. But what I'm saying is, if I see is everyone are doing that steps. Start in your career. Once you study, earn some money, find some couple, marriage or not marriage, build your house, have some kids, travel. And if you not do that before, travel, you earn some money and travel. And yeah.
I see a lot of Indians, we get inspired or have effect of Western culture, namely Americans or the British. Because of this soft power, right? Videos, YouTube channel, movies,
In
that all
India.
in India, we grow up watching that, right? So that influences the what is good or what is not, or what is popular or what is not, what you should go for, what you should look forward to. So that soft power is there of US and British or even Europe. For a person in Latin America, what kind of media influences the mindset there? Because you speak Spanish, is it from Spain, or is it because Brazil is a superpower, like amongst, not superpower, but a bigger, economically bigger nation than other Latin Americans? Do you follow Brazilian, what is like hip and fancy there, or movies like
Not at
that?
all. No, Argentinian, I will say everyone see, when you see Latin America and you compare Argentina with other countries, there is a little of Europe in Argentina. When, like, there is influence from US because of cinema and movies, and of course we are in the same continent and is the most powerful country in the continent, so there is a little influence of that. We always want to look how they have in US, we should be in that way in the economy. Or if someone travels and then comes to the country, start to complain how things works there, why we don't have that here. And Europe, we, as I said, we have a lot of influence from Europe.
Which countries in Europe? Spain and Italy or other countries?
I will say, yeah, Spain little bit. Many Argentinians has migrated to Spain for better future when this crisis started, because of the language facility and everything. And but it's not that we aspirate to be like Spain. Honestly, it's just because they want a different life,
So,
and we don't aspirate like Brazil.
you don't have?
Like try to be like Brazil because we
We
think
don't
we are
aspire like to be like
no.
Brazil.
Because Argentinians are very known to have a very big ego. We think we are better than everyone else in Latin America. So we are not trying to aspirate to anyone else because we think we are the best ones. It is This is how everyone else in Latin America jokes about Argentinians.
About the ego.
Yeah. Argentinians are known for have a lot of confidence and proud of their country. They think they're the best. This I told you at the beginning, we have this clash. They all know Argentina for that. And they all say, oh, these Argentinians, they think they're like Europeans. They are things that are different, which is little bit is true. That's why I said. So Argentinians, when they have some money, they like to travel across Europe and know Europe and all that. I will not say Italy because Italy, we don't have even the same language and our ancestors was so many years ago. So we have many things in common, but it's little lost, the connection.
The YouTube channel or the movies you watch, where are they made?
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Yeah, everything is available today, in all the platforms. You have independent cinema, and there is a lot of influence of Bollywood these days because the movies are so much available. So people are getting to know more the culture of India through all that.
You watch Indian movies in Spanish.
Yes. My father every time he used to say, "Oh, I saw some serials from India. They are really, really good," and all these things. Because
Do you like watching Indian movies? Do you like watching movies in general?
I like watching movies and I like to watch Indian movies. Yes.
Who are your favorite actors or actresses?
I know this Deepika. The name is gone.
Deepika Padukone, no?
Yes, Deepika Padukone, and I think she's really nice. And then once came to the ashram, Amir Khan.
Amir Khan.
Yeah, and I remember we saw in Argentina a very nice movie. I forgot the name. Something about
Three Idiots. It's
Yeah.
been very famous even in China and many other
Yes.
countries.
Yes, I saw many Indian movies, but I remember those one of the first Indian movies I saw, and I really like it. Yeah, PK.
PK.
That's
I have
That's so funny. Yeah.
PK because there's spiritual aspect to it also, right?
I don't know because I've been in India, so when I saw the movie, for me it was really funny. I understood what they are trying to convey. Yeah.
I have actually worked with Amir Khan. I mean,
Really?
I was there in the process of making movie in
I
school.
saw here in the ashram. I met him. Yeah.
I had a question about the same youth and how they aspire. Because India and China are so populated, there are lesser universities, and people are always about career and
Yeah.
money and getting settled. The word they use is like getting settled in life.
Yeah.
They
Getting
usually say
settled.
that.
Yes. Yes.
So, because the population is less in Argentina or Latin America for the amount of land you have, does that make any difference?
Yeah.
Do they think life is more laid back and it's okay, there's no competition?
If I have to compare with India, there is less competition. Yes, I've seen here they have people who has to really work hard to reach. Or I've seen universities or how hard people study and
They
everything.
take tuitions and classes
much
even in
serious.
vacation.
Yes, so much serious. They take so much serious. In Argentina, the main careers here, everyone you ask, they study engineering in something. There, the main careers are like medicine, law, accountant. Because of how our economy is chaotic, you really need an accountant. So
Joke of the day.
yeah. No, it is true. My mom is accountant.
Argentina
always has
needs
work. Yeah, of course.
Argentina needs accountant. Accountants can go to Argentina.
System is crazy. It's crazy. You will not believe. Here is much more easy. So you need an accountant, and there are many lawyers and doctors, and then you have engineers, and there is a lot agronomic engineers because we have a lot of agriculture in Argentina. We are very strong in having high production, very rich lands for agriculture in very big scales, and this produce a lot of food for the world, especially for China. We sell so much soya and wheat and corn, and all these things are produced, which in one point is good, in another point is not good, because in these big scales you have to use agrochemics, and this is poisoning people, and in a, like, without wanting, you are end up doing the food and everything, because that is using big scale with airplanes, and I live in that agronomic area, and I know it's not so good, but it is how it is now. You have to produce. Yeah.
If tomorrow was the last day you lived, what would you do?
Meditate.
What are your dreams and aspirations for the future?
Okay, can I elaborate the previous question?
Yeah.
Okay. So there is saying that you have to die before death comes.
Kill your mind.
Yes. So only in that way, when you die, then you might not come back, or you are free. So I will try to use as much as possible my time to free my mind and expand before death. And rest is Maya. Meet this person, say I love you, this next day they're not there. So maybe give love, gain knowledge, definitely. But meditation, just be in peace. My dream is to leave my body in meditation. It's not my dream, I'm just saying it. And what was the other question?
What are your dreams and aspirations?
I will say to be as much useful as possible with this body I have given on earth, to help people to come out, and help myself to come out of ignorance. What else?
Wow.
If you have come, every soul has come to actually liberate, but not everyone has the lucky to realize. They keep in the Maya again and again and again and again. If you have that glimpse, why you will waste your time? Endless, you will be doing that. So, of course, I have to work in myself, and my time use, or the time I have on earth, use to spread the knowledge that will help people to know who they really are.
Wow, beautiful.
I
Any
don't
other
have
thoughts?
I don't have dreams. I don't have a dream.
You have nightmares.
Maybe, but I don't.
Joking.
Many people have dreams, but I actually, before, maybe have dreams. Oh, know the world, go around the world, or this or that. But there is nothing. Just settle in yourself and be happy. It will give you the biggest joy than anything can give you. And I'm not talking from an intellectual. Everyone can experience that. Maybe sometimes you have a glimpse. That is enough for you to know this is the way.
Teach us something in Spanish.
Okay.
A common phrase that is fun if you see an Argentine person.
Okay, so we have different funny ways to say things. Like, I'm sure in India you have also. You want to say something, but you use some funny way to say. So, and there are sayings also. So, okay, what comes to my mind is when you don't know, like, what's going on around, like something obvious that everyone knows, we say, what? Do you live inside a tupper?
Inside a?
Tupper.
What's a tupper?
The Tupperware. That
Tupperware box.
Yeah. What? Do you live inside a tupper? Like that. Or there are hundreds of things we say in these ways. Like, but it's not coming to my head. We have
So Tupperware has done really good marketing in Argentina.
Yeah. Everyone has in their houses. Or if it's not Tupper brand, it's some other brand, but whatever. And then what else? There is a saying, my mom said, like, better to have one bird in hand than 100 of them flying.
Bird.
Birds,
Have
yeah.
one bird in hand, then hundreds flying.
Yeah, like when you have to start a project or do something.
Do one thing at a time.
Yeah. What else? There's so many.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's hundreds of them, but it's not coming. Yeah. I have to be in Argentina and then it will come.
How was your experience today?
Really nice. There was a lot of unexpected questions. Things I've forgotten about my culture and how was my life when I was a designer and all this. It was really nice. You are a good, how you say, interviewer. So yeah, I have really good experience.
Thank you. Thanks for being on the show. Any final words you want to say to the audience?
This audience is mainly Indians or anywhere
Around the world.
Around the world. Okay.
You can say to both. Say something to the Indian audience and something to people around the world.
Around the world. Messi is the best player in the world. Football. No Ronaldo. And see, there is something I have to say. It's something which connects what I have dedicated my life. So it's something applied to everyone, and is like being in the path of knowledge and meditation. It can really take your life to a different dimension, and really give instead to just existing, you are really living when you go deep in what is the real purpose of life, why I'm here. I will just say that everyone should meditate and do yoga and breathing techniques. If you're from India, this is from your land. Use it and spread to everyone. If you're some other country and you're not doing, you should start it because it really give a different meaning to life. And being present, being in with your mind more here and now, it can give you very deep joy, happiness that does not come from other things. It comes from within. It is what you are. So meditation connects you with that. So I will suggest everyone to start meditation. I don't have anything else to say.
Thank you for watching this conversation till the end. Please share this with at least one person because one conversation can change a life. And let us know in the comments what kind of future episodes you'd like to see, and let us know what questions or topics that you would be interested in. Thanks. See you in the next episode.
So,
Do you get bananas in Argentina?
yes, we have all weathers in Argentina, but not so much tropical. But in the north, we have a little bit northeast. But we don't have good mangoes. Best mangoes I have tried are from here. I've been in Mexico, and Panama, living so long. And these countries, they have mangoes. But best mangoes, I have not seen so much variety of mangoes as I've seen here.
Try the grapes. Do you get grapes there?
Yeah, of course. We have one of the best wines in the world. Wine comes from grapes, no? And there is a region in the mountains called Mendoza, which has a lot of, I don't know how to say in English, viñedos, where you have all these grapes cultivation for wine. It's a huge area. In my house, I live in an area in Argentina, which the rains are regular and the soil is very rich. It's very black, and it has a lot of like good food for whatever you plant. So anything it falls, it grows. My mom, for example, you put pumpkin comes very easy. You just drop and it will be everywhere. Once she stepped on some fruits on her shoes, and then at home she did like this, then a tree of that came like this. You don't like, and anything. Even you can plant tomatoes come so easily, and we have spinach, arugula, onions, because my mom likes all agriculture, and little bit in the space we have in the garden in the house she has put. So once in a while, if I want to do a salad, I can pick some stuff from my home, but we not even have to put attention. It just come. You understand?
Understood.
I must say, there are many other places where they have to put attention and for growing and everything, but there is that part of the country which the conditions are good for anything to grow.
Rocklaz Radio.
Rocklaz.
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 Rocklaz Radio with Tanmay Shah.